¿Y ahora?
There is a place where the lost embers go. As their light begins to fade. Ember ran, because standing still made them feel helpless. The wall glistened. The painting showed embers on a sacred journey.
Bueno, parece que voy a tener un laberinto.
Ember felt so afraid and alone that it was a relief to find someone to talk to.
Ay.
Ember froze, almost too frightened to look away, when they noticed a small satchel. The satchel felt heavy. Ember looked inside. The statue shone brightly in the light. There was a symbol on the floor. There was a symbol on the floor.
Ah, ok. Yo entendí sin eso. ¿Acá?
Ember noticed something wrong.
Ah, ok. Ñon. Bien.
There was a round space where something used to fit. To Ember's delight, the golden statue slid perfectly into place.
Tengo que arrastrarla. Clic y arrastra. Ah, ok. Entendí. Facilita.
Ember left, feeling sorry for the stranger now alone in the dark. The stairway opened into a dark forest. Ember could feel fear taking over. They'd washed up alone, somewhere very unfamiliar. Ember felt like they were being watched.
¿Por acá o por allá? Bueno, vamos a ver.
The path was blocked.
¿Será que hay que hacer algo acá? ¿O seguir en el lugar?
As Ember approached, the flames seemed to call out. With a feeling like falling, the forest had slipped away. Ember felt lost in darkness and ruin.
yo lo agarro y me lo llevo acá. Supongo que sube este y no puedo saltar. Ah, están las escaleras. Ok. Vamos. Bien, ya nada.
The caged flame stoked new hope in Ember.
Ok, ahora hay que bajar. A ver el coso para acá. ¿No? A ver. Veamos. Yo traigo el coso para acá. Ok.
Hope was almost within reach.
Qué destreza. Qué destreza. Todo que se habla.
The flame spoke and Ember listened.
Vamos.
The flame lingered ahead.
¿Qué es el botón de atrás?
Was it trying to escape? Or leading the way?
El botón de atrás será.
The campfire flickered into life. The ghost spoke. Hope has returned to a forlorn. I will warm them until they choose to move on. Ember looked to the ghost for answers. This is a place between places to travel through as your light fades. But none have passed on in a long time. The Forest King now holds us here, and those who linger will turn forlorn. Again that word, forlorn. The forlorn are those who lost their way along the path. If you find them, send them to me and I will guide them. I am just a guide along the way to fan the... So many lost embers have I seen. More than I could help. Ember thought of those they loved, those they'd left behind. There are others lost along their journey. Find them and I will guide them. Step backwards, little Ember. Look behind. Upon a small grassy cliff rests a forlorn. The ghost said, "Speak and I will listen."
Ah, ok. Es lo mismo.
The Forest King watches. The campfire will light the way. Find those who are lost. Bring embers to the fire. Travel wisely. Return if you have lost your way.
Me dijo algo de un acantilado. A ver, este señor. ¿Puedo hablar con él?
The stranger said, take care of those you care about the most.
A ver, vamos a mirar un poquito para acá. Ok. ¿Y esto? Yo vine de acá. No, no vine de acá. Está bloqueado. Ay, pajarito, pajarito.
The old gate was locked.
Mi pajarito tiene la llave. Pajarito,
The
pajarito.
crow held its shining trophy tight.
Vení, vení. No, no. Oh. Bueno, a mojarnos. Toca nadar, toca nadar.
The cave entrance was overgrown with dry brambles.
Ajá.
The cave entrance was overgrown with dry brambles.
Acá hay otra alma, pero... ¿Y cómo voy para allá? ¿Acá? Por... ¡Wow!
The stranger shivered in the cold.
¡Ah!
Warmth was a distant memory, stolen by the passing miles.
Debe ser esto.
They'd moved through such dark places.
Ok. Entonces, seguramente tengo que poner esto acá. Y darle a la manija de nuevo. Ahí, ahí.
They lay down and closed their eyes.
Y de acá agarro el fuego. Que agarro el fuego, dije. No. Ya sé. Me la va a apagar, pero yo la vuelvo a prender acá.
The stranger blinked at Embo. Is it morning already? How long have I been asleep? The stranger blinked at Embo. Is it morning already? How long have I been asleep? The broken net hung ominously around the skeleton's neck.
Pero está rota. ¿Qué hay por acá? Salí por donde entré. Pero a mí me quedó otra cosa, creo. Algo más para hacer. Quemar esto. A ver qué, para ver qué hay allá arriba, ¿no? Ah, cierto, el cuervo. ¿Y para dónde se va el cuervo? A ver.
The old gate was locked. It was worth trying, but it didn't fit in the lock.
Pobrecito, no me digas que lo tengo que... No, espera. No lo puedo seleccionar. Señor Cuervo. Está bugueado esto. Pero el cuervo ya no tiene la llave. Y entonces... A ver. Ah, porque es cierto que la había tirado en el agua. Acá la había tirado.
He was nestled between, but it was just out of reach.
Pero sí está roto.
He was nestled, but it was just out of reach. He was nestled between the reeds, but it was just out of reach.
Hay que hacer algo antes. ¿Qué hay acá? Vamos a quemar aquello.
Inside was a scrap of journal. The strangers on the water went on without me. Where have I landed? Vines and thorns stretch out to trip me. The stranger whispered. I've never felt that. What does it feel like? Is it nice? It sounds nice.
¿Habrá algo por acá para hacer? No me va a hacer nada, señor, ¿no?
The worm looked helpless, with no weight. As Ember picked it up, the worm let out a little yelp.
Ujú. ¿Cómo subo? No, no, no. Entonces se sigue. Vamos a descubrir esto.
The Wanderer's Diary. Unfamiliar trees, a path overgrown. Is this a resting place? A place between places? I call out, but mine is the only voice.
¿Será que le puedo dar el gusanito? ¿No me deja? ¿Listo? No. Creo que tengo que hacer algo antes de venir acá. Quizá acá encuentre para reparar la cosa esa que tengo. Así puedo juntar la llave, ¿no? ¿Qué hace esto? ¿Y para dónde voy? No hay nada. Ok. Bueno, solo sirvió para eso.
Barely visible through the murky water was the shadow of something, and on a small pier with barely a sound, a lonely fisherman sat. Barely visible, and on a small pier with barely a sound, a lonely fisherman sat. The ember was curious. I'm headed for the crossroads. I've heard there's a nest there, a safe place. The fisherman murmured quietly between sorrowful breaths. The fisherman murmured quietly between sorrowful breaths. The fisherman felt so useless. His former joys were hollow. sitting out there every day by the pond. Only the dark water to hear him talk.
Tendría que haber el de arriba. Ahora sí. Epa.
In that darkness, a glimmer flickered. A thought beating like a drum. A thought that went round and round. It all started with the frog. Every day by the pond, a constant reminder. For a brief moment, he looked at Ember, hopeful. The fisherman spoke softly. There's a frog in that pond. Saw him grow from a tadpole. We were friends of a sort, spent every day side by side. So much better at fishing than me, that frog is. Catches them before I can bait them. Oh, it makes me feel useless some days. The fisherman sighed. I've wasted so much time feeling like this. The old man looked carefully at the pond, at their rod, at Ember. Well, listen to me here, rambling on and on. It helps though, telling someone. Thank you, Ember. If you need help catching anything, you just ask. The fisherman noticed the broken net Ember was carrying.
Ahí está.
Let me have a look. See what I can do. With a silk thread, the fisherman kept. With each knot he tied, a net began to form. Here you go. Good as new.
Listo, gracias, señor. Muchas gracias, señor. ¿Y la rana? ¿Hay que hacer algo? A ver. Esto.
You saw the frog? You asked the frog about me. Actually, no. Please don't tell the frog how much I talk about them. They say catching a fish isn't the... So I tell myself that. I tell myself that a lot. Poor little worms. They didn't... But how do you fish without them? One for me, one for the fishes. Slurp 'em down. I chased old Blue Betty round this pond for years. Best days of my life catching that fish. Had to use myself as bait. Stuck on me head ever since. If you need help catching anything, you just ask.
Gracias, señor, gracias. ¿Esto se cura? Bien.
The frog stared at Ember, its belly rumbling.
¡Ay!
This was not how Ember had imagined the end. The gurgling of water, a deafening heartbeat. But then...
Sí, qué destreza. Gracias, señora
The
rana.
frog returned Ember's good deed by leading them to a lost forlorn. The stranger stood alone. Their friends have fallen aside. Retreating from what came next. The stranger had ventured on.
A ver,
Now they were deep in the woods.
mira para allá.
It felt so pointless. The stranger spoke hesitantly. Is the campfire crowded? Let me gather myself. I'll see you there.
A ver qué hay por acá. Ah, pergamino.
Ember found the Wanderer's diary. The oily smell of frogs. They know more than they will say. They watch me watching them.
Ay, mi tortilla. ¿Por acá no hay más nada? No. Ah. Ah. Acá no faltó nada. Ok. Ahora vámonos con la red para allá. A ver. Vámonos. Vamos a probar con la red acá. Ay.
The key was nestled, but it was just out of reach.
Sí, era eso. Al final, el gusano no era para el cuerpo.
The old gate was locked.
Pero sí tengo llave.
Ember placed the key in the lock and slowly began to turn it. Stranger
Veamos.
gasped for breath. Dark water slipping above their heads.
Eso. Vamos a tirar esto por acá. Ah, no, lo tenía que dejar arriba. ¿Puedo bajar con esto? No. Ya entendí. Era primero dejarlo arriba. Ahí. No, pero... Ahí. dejarlo acá. Ahora sí.
The sea didn't care if they sank or swam. Slowly the tides ebbed, washing over old walls.
No, tenía que bajarlo primero. No, no, no.
A safe harbor emerging from the inky depths. Ember reached out a hand.
A ver. ¿Ya?
The stranger looked down. The ground feels good beneath my feet, friend.
¿Y ahora? Creo que ya hice todo. Yo salí por allá, di toda la vuelta, fui para allá. No, 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 es por acá. ¿Y acá?
The stranger had been forgotten. They tried to follow as best they could.
A ver, ¿hay algo más? No, es solo eso.
But no one heard them when they fell behind.
¿No lo puedo dejar en el piso? Ahí. Y yo ahora... Pero todos. Ah, o sea que es... Qué destreza.
The stranger looked at Ember with surprise. Someone came back for me. Thank you. The traveler spoke. You ever had roast? I miss a good roast frog. Oh, how they crackle.
¿Será que terminé ya? ¿O tendría que pasar una rana? ¿Para darle eso o no? A ver, vamos a probar si yo puedo con la puerta. No, me faltan 2.
Just ask.
Y sí, necesito cazar una rana, señor. Creo.
The stranger had blazed their own path.
¿Qué pasa si yo piso acá? Nada. Ok, a ver. ¿Y si lo pongo acá?
Created their own rock,
Bien.
their own islands.
Entonces. No. Hay que dejarlo acá. Sí.
They did not need Ember's kindness. But still, Ember stayed. Building a bridge should it ever be needed.
Poco se habla de la destreza. ¿Y dónde está el último que nos falta?
The stranger met Ember's eyes. The two shared a moment of silence.
¿Qué será que va acá? ¡Qué destreza! Permiso, señora Randa.
The stranger was trapped, caught in a maze.
Bueno.
It was hard to make sense of this place.
Después de 40 horas descifrando cómo hacer esto.
The trail just kept on closing.
Esto va acá. Esto se mueve para allá. Ay. Pero quítese. Allá. Allá. Ahora sí. Han pasado 84 años.
The stranger's voice was hoarse. I just need some time, I think, to see things clearly.
Creo que ahora sí, yo tengo todas. Vamos. ¿Ahora será?
The door was sealed shut.
Ah, seguía cerrada. Vamos a probar a hablar con el señor acá.
The ghost said, "You have done all you can, little one. Your journey lies, little one, your journey ahead will not be easy. The path to leave this place is blocked. I will guide others to follow after you clear the way." There are others like me who can help. You will always be welcome here in the forest.